Jai Shri friends, happy feast of the exaltation of the cross. Today we celebrate the feast of the exaltation of the cross. The retrieval of our fallen nature is being reminded and experienced from the exalted cross. In St. Luke's Gospel, we see Jesus walking along with the disciples on the way to Emmaus. The central point of attraction is not the disciples who traveled to Emmaus, but Jesus who walked along with them on this way. Jesus is Emmanuel, God with us. The God who created man and strolled with him in the Garden of Eden has been accompanying all through the path of history. God was with them when they were wandering in the desert. He was with the prophets when they were proclaiming His will courageously to His very people. Same God was with these disciples who were on their way to Emmaus. Jesus gets along with those desperate and sad disciples with easiness of a psychologist. When they opened their heart to Christ, they became happy and energized. Many a times we lose the conviction that Jesus is walking with us on our life journey. Today, Jesus reminds us that He is always with us, accompanying. Why do we fail to recognize His presence? We have an old story. There was an ashram with full of problems, so much so it was at the verge of being abandoned. One day, there came a saintly monk who met personally each of the monks in the ashram and told them that one among you is Christ. After many years, when the same monk visited the ashram, he found it spiritually flourished, happy and joyful. The effort those monks undertook to find out Christ amidst them helped them to recognize the virtues and goodness in them. This approach changed their lives, making it positive, vibrant and fruit-bearing one. Even Jesus is with us today. Often we are unaware of His living presence with us. Disciples recognized Him during the breaking of the bread. We have this Christ experience when we find ourselves broken, when our cries remain unanswered, and when our voice gets subjugated. We do have the responsibility of becoming a Christ for others, for which we need to be broken. Unbroken trees cannot be a cross. Unbroken grains cannot be bread. In the same way, we cannot be Christ unless and until we are broken for others. Today, Jesus invites us to become Christ for all who are around us. Remember, Jesus was a wounded healer.